Many of you have no doubt had the experience of having to print a paper for next hour's class, but not being able to. Why? Because the printer won't work. Look at it. See that? That's the sound of a non-functioning printer. And you may ask, how much money do we spend on these printers and they don't work? Okay, well, we're going to get to the bottom of that. We're going to tell you how much money we spend on these printers. We're going to tell you why they don't work. And we're going to tell you what you should do instead. Buy a printer at home. Let's go to the field. According to Canon's website, the IRA 6275, which is the printer we have, is $4,200. Also, every time it runs out of toner, you need to spend $300 on a new set of ink. I thought the ink in my printer was expensive. There's 3 very common problems with these printers. The first is paper, which is pretty self-explanatory. The second is ink, which is also pretty self-explanatory. But the third, let me show you over here, is this small cable, the Ethernet cable. This provides internet access to the printer and gives it the files that you print. The problem is that comes unplugged. And when none of these problems can be fixed by the students, it causes more problems.
So there was one time I was printing an English project, and 7 students from our class needed to go print, and the printer stopped working after 2. So half the class got a 75% on the grade for the assignment. It was extremely inconvenient, and I wish it didn't happen as frequently as it does.
Just about every time I've needed to use them, they either haven't been working, they've been out of use, or they just wouldn't print what I needed it to print. And I think that as a school, it's very necessary to have a functioning printer because your students are constantly in use of new paper and new material. And it'd be very beneficial to the students if the staff would care so much as to have working printers.
Sometimes the printers are jammed up. Sometimes they don't have toner. Sometimes they're out of staplers. And those are some of the times that they have not been working.
In conclusion, as you can see, we spend way too much on these printers right here for them to not work. Any closing thoughts, printer? That's what I thought. Back to you in the studio.